Well, the Solemnity of the Blessed Virgin Mary is celebrated around the world, but it means slightly different things to different faith traditions. EWTN Vatican producer Benjamin Crockett has more.
Today in Italy, we celebrate Ferragosto, a day that commemorates the Assumption of the Virgin Mary into heaven. Being the mother of Jesus and being preserved from the stain of sin, Mary, like Jesus, was raised by God to eternal life. The Assumption does not necessarily imply Mary's death, but neither does it exclude it. The various Christian denominations diverge on this point. Orthodox and Armenians celebrate only the Dormition of Mary on August 15th. It is called the Dormition because Mary would not really have died, but only fallen into a deep sleep. Protestants, on the other hand, do not believe in Mary's Assumption and do not celebrate because it is not narrated in the Gospel. It was Pope Pius XII on November 1st, 1950, a holy year, who solemnly proclaimed for the Catholic Church as a dogma of faith the Assumption of the Virgin Mary into heaven. The term Ferragosto derives from the Latin expression feriae augusti, or Augustan rest, which indicated a holiday established by Emperor Augustus in 18 BC. The ancient Ferragosto, in addition to its obvious purposes of political self-promotion, was intended to link the major Augustan holidays to provide an adequate period of rest, also known as augustale, that was needed after the great exertions expended during the preceding weeks. The holiday originally fell on August 1st. The shift to the 15th of the month was due to the Catholic Church, which decided to make the secular holiday coincide with the religious feast of the Assumption of Mary. In the popular Italian tradition, Ferragosto is a vacation that usually coincides with the vacation season. As with other holidays, it is usually celebrated outside the city, especially at the seaside. Ferragosto in the Vatican has always been a special day. For about 60 years, the various popes used to travel during the warmer months to Castel Gandolfo, a small village outside of Rome in front of Lake Albano, and the summer residence for the popes. In fact, the day of Ferragosto included the recitation of the Angelus from the window of the Apostolic Palace in Castel Gandolfo, where the Pope was staying, and not from St. Peter's Square. Pope Francis ended this long and historic tradition in 2014. On that occasion, in fact, the Holy Father was in South Korea for an apostolic trip, and in the following years, having never gone to the summer residence of Castel Gandolfo, the traditional recitation of the Angelus away from the Vatican was consequently skipped.
Festeggiamola gioiosi ma umili.
Just last year, addressing the faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square, Pope Francis recalled that Mary, in her littleness, conquers the heavens first. The secret of her success lies precisely in recognizing herself as small and recognizing herself as needy. As on December 8th, the feast of the Immaculate Conception, Catholics in Italy today pause to celebrate Mary, who holds together the three most important truths of the Catholic Church: immaculate from her conception, mother of God in her saving mission, and finally, assumed into heaven in her final predestination alongside Christ. In Rome, Benjamin Crockett, EWTN News Nightly.